Hello, what's up, everybody? It is your favorite man of the land, pickup artist, Red Sky, aka Cole Montag. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about narcissism and how it is taking over the planet. And for those of you that aren't familiar with what a narcissist is, a narcissist, in short, is basically a overgrown child, or an adult child, so to speak. And it can happen many different ways, but the main way that a narcissist is created is due to a child missing out on certain developmental stages of their life. So in short, it is a developmental disorder. And one of the reasons it happens in this day and age is because society is kind of breeding nothing but narcissistic women. And the reason I'm coming to talk about narcissism is because it has a big impact on the feminist movement that has been taking a foothold in our society, that is blown out of control in gigantic proportions, and it's just taking control of our society, and it is causing so many problems. And the reason that it is happening is because men are being demonized as this demonic force that is toxic to whatever the media is trying to peg on us. And in short, women are forced to grow up in a society where they don't have any contact with their fathers. And the world is being, at least the Western world, the women are growing up where the woman is a single mother. So it's a in short, it is a, I don't know what the word is that I should, it's an epidemic of narcissism, or an epidemic of single motherhood that is taking over society and creating this generation, and the past generation as well, of narcissistic women that are using the isms such as feminism to justify their means to hate men for whatever reasons, and they are believing that they're going through some kind of atrocity or travesty that men have put them through, that men have built for them, that they're trying to break down the walls of this world that men have supposedly built for them, and it is making these women believe that they are doing something right, when in reality they are just so used to getting their way that they can't stand to not get their way. And when in reality women have it much better than men do, and it's just getting out of control. So today I wanted to help some of you guys identify these women, because believe it or not, there are some women left that are actually from families that aren't single mother families, that are, relationship material. Not very many, but there are a few. And a lot of us may refer to these types of women as unicorns. I have a few of them in my life, fortunately, so I know they exist. But I'm going to help you guys pinpoint or categorize these women that are no-goes with a few symptoms, I guess you can say, or a few signs that you should take into mind, so that you don't end up with these women that will most likely want to get married and never want to help you in any way. If anything, they want to help themselves, because narcissists never want to help anybody. All they care about is themselves. Like I said, overgrown children, spoiled, rotten little children, but in adult bodies. And the reason this is such a big deal is because a lot of these women are the same women that are robbing these men, some of these unsuspecting men that don't know about these signs I'm about to tell you, of their hard-earned money, life savings, due to marrying these women and buying a house with these women, expecting to have a loving relationship and to spend the rest of their life with these women. But in return, they spend all their money buying a house, whatever, and then they get divorced from these women, and they don't even have to have children in these days, because society basically allows this little thing called divorce rape. And basically, whatever the woman says goes, and it's really hard to prove otherwise. And in exchange, the women, without even having a child, will get your house, get your life savings, this little thing called alimony, and you're fucked. And this is a really bad time for this to even be happening, because we're in a world where the majority of women are narcissists, and so therefore the majority of women are in a perfect time and place to take advantage of men on gigantic proportions, like I said earlier, and basically make a lot of unsuspecting men their slaves, their financial supporters, and a lot of men are committing suicide because of this. And it's not pretty. But anyway, let me get on to the signs that you seriously need to pay attention to, because otherwise you could end up like these guys who ends up having to, by the fucking corrupted piece of shit law or justice system that we have, could legally, not rightfully, but legally take away everything you've worked for. So anyway, let me tell you the first thing you need to look out for is a little thing called gaslighting. And gaslighting is basically whatever debate or argument you bring up to these women, they will try to make you see things in their light. So if you're one example is when you're asking a woman questions about where she was the other night, why she didn't answer the calls or whatever, she will lie to you and tell you whatever she needs to make you believe that she's still that sweet innocent girl that she really isn't, just so that she has you wrapped around her finger, so that you don't, so that you believe her and still trust her, even though she was most likely cheating on you with some jerk/douchebag. But women will make up all types of things. I'm not trying to talk bad about women, but the majority of women are crap, and they will make up things. They will tell you things. They will lie to you, and lie to you. They will tell you that you're the only guy. They will tell you that they weren't out the other night, that they were just at home sleeping, that they were... Even if you catch them in their tracks and tell them, oh, I called your friend, I ran into your friend the other day, and she told me that you weren't where you said you were, they will still lie to you, and they'll be like, oh yeah, actually, she's right, I got mixed up, or whatever bullshit she tells you. And that is the essence of gaslighting. Trying to make you believe a lie that is not true, and thinking in her mind that you're going to believe her, because that's how narcissists think. They always think that you're a fucking idiot and that you'll never believe that they're lying, okay? So don't fall into that and that trap, because it is very rampant in society, and you'll get fucked over. Always question. Don't be afraid to question. Question everything, okay? Question everything until you have proof. That's probably the best advice anybody can ever give you, especially when it comes to women. The next thing is lack of empathy. Okay, so an example of lack of empathy would be somebody's dog died. Instead of the person feeling bad about it, like an empath would, I'm an empath. Whenever I see somebody suffering, I feel what that person's feeling. Okay? So if somebody's dog is dead, I feel for that person, because I've had a dog and it died, and I knew how that felt. But a narcissist, they will laugh about it. They will make fun of that person. Like, if you see this, if you are in a situation anywhere, you can identify a narcissist just by how they handle the situation. Instead of feeling for that person, they will laugh about it. They will joke about to their friends when that person's gone. Oh, can you believe that person's bent out of shape over a fucking dog? That's the mind of a narcissist, okay? So lack of empathy. Keep that in mind. The next thing is they always want everything their way. And these are women. You see videos of these women that are always trying to get things their way. Even if the guy is blowing massive amounts of money on them, they always want everything their way. And they're always, even if it doesn't matter how much the guy has invested in them, it's either their way or the highway. It's either, they make no exceptions for anybody. If you're not willing to do things exactly their way, then they will leave. They will get the fuck out of there. They will always have their wants and needs as their priority. Okay, so if you run into people like this, hopefully you guys are, smart enough to catch this, but always steer clear of people that always want things their way, no matter what. Okay? And the last thing to keep in mind is a little thing called an egocentric, or a superiority complex. Okay, so extremely huge, arrogant person. Extremely arrogant, egocentric. A good example could be, look at The Rock and Jason Statham, the new movie they have coming out. These guys are 100% narcissists. Okay, they have in their contract, neither of them can lose in a fight on screen. Okay? Second is, neither of them can get beat up too much. They have to be the one dishing out the beating. That is an egocentric person with a superiority complex. That's a prime example. That is a golden example of a narcissist. Okay? So these people, they have everything. They have money, power, fame, and they still, their heads are so big that they don't even want to lose a fight on screen, even though it's not even a real fight, because they want to look as good as possible, because in their minds they are fucking God. Okay, so if you run into a woman who is always talking about how great she is and fucking can't get over how great she is, sees everybody as stupid, talks about how stupid people are, or is constantly just putting people down. They could be waiters or whatever, talking about, look at this person, this stupid waiter. I can't believe, why would you even do that job? I see this a lot with Russian women. They talk about crap like this. I know there's unicorns in every culture, but Russian women are a pretty good example of narcissism, because you see these people and they just put people down because of what they do for a living. Okay, if somebody's a waiter or something, why would you work that job? stuff like that. They want to talk. That's like what the whole conversation is. They go to a restaurant. You'll spend like 30 minutes talking about what people do for a living. Oh, he works as a bartender. Ah. Oh, he works as a food runner. Ah. Oh, he works as a fucking server. Oh, he works as a fucking security guard. Like stupid crap like that. Superficial nonsense, okay? That is another big sign, okay? Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. But that, my friends, are things you need to worry about, that you need to keep in mind. They are massive red flags that could lead to massive amounts of your savings, of your life savings, being taken from you in an instant. So keep that in mind. I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you next video. Later.
glorybe9nights.com